Hey guys, good morning, or afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world. So, I want to talk to you guys about just creating and, just because you know what, I was gonna put a filter on, but fuck it, it's okay. I just woke up and I don't really give a fuck, so it's alright. I want to talk to you guys about like just being creative and creating while we're inside. I know some people might think that someone else is taking my pictures and stuff like that, but I'm actually taking my own photos, editing my own photos, styling majority of the time my own pictures, unless Roberto styles them virtually for work. And I just feel like, you know, especially like, I just assumed when like all of this happened, I'm sorry, I'm trying to like undo my necklace. I just assumed when like the whole quarantine started, like all of my creatives were really gonna like pop out, pop out, pop off. But it's just like I feel like everybody's kind of getting discouraged who are creatives and feeling like, like there's nothing for them to really do because they're inside and they can't create or they can't shoot. But I'm just like, guys, like, you have like one of the best opportunities right now because we are all inside. Everybody's inside. Like everybody's in the house. And I feel like this is the time like to really show who you are like as a creative in the industry, like in this field. And it's just like a perfect time. Hi, good morning. I just feel like it's a perfect time for everybody to really like pop off. Like motherfuckers can really come out of this quarantine stars, you feel me? And like discovered and working and booked and busy. And thank you so much. Thank you. And cause like I was talking to a photographer yesterday and I'm like, right now, like people are so blessed to be doing like FaceTime photo shoots, which so many models and photographers and stylists are sleeping on. Like they're acting like this is just like some little like lame shit, but like whole time these non-discovered like photographers like and models, you guys have the opportunity now to reach out to these photographers and models around the world that you could have possibly not shot with because either you couldn't make it out there because I want to go to London. Like there's photographers I want to shoot with in London, but it's fucking far. And it's not always that easy to make it out there because like I have bookings out here that I can't just jump up and go to. But now you have this beautiful like new opportunity that God has blessed somebody with that idea. God gave somebody such a beautiful blessing and said, hey, when you wake up, put this into action. And somebody by the grace of God actually said, you know what, God, I'm going to take this idea and I'm going to use it. Because some people can get ideas from God and never use them. So just glad that somebody did. And like now my point is like you have like the opportunity to like really get discovered. Like can you imagine shooting with a photographer, a very well-known photographer via FaceTime, then posting your shoot. Next thing you know, you're all over the place. Now you're getting booked for at-home shots at the moment or campaigns that people are still booking right now. Like, because not every country is under quarantine. Keep that in your mind. Not every country is under quarantine. Some countries are letting like their people run free or whatever. So some people are still getting booked. Some people are still on set. Some people are still working. So it's just like, you can't just look at your situation and think the worst. Like you really have to look at all sides of it. And that's why I'm like, no, you're not about to catch me sleeping all day long. You're not about to catch me like just not working. You're not about to catch me taking this as a vacation or as a break, because I feel like as a model, as a creative, as just like somebody who really wants to excel and succeed in this industry in like new ways, I just feel like you have to then go about it in new ways. You feel me? Like I don't want to be discovered and I don't want like to be on in the same way that everybody else has been on and got discovered. You feel me? Like I don't want that. I want some new shit. Like I want people to be like, I've never seen this type of work ethic before. Like, but I also want to see that from other people. Like I actually get like irritated because I go on Instagram and I don't be seeing nobody post. Like all the models that I'm following, not all the models, I definitely don't mean all the models, But all the creatives, I'm not even singling out models. I'm talking painters. I'm talking people who do hair, who do makeup. Like, I'm talking all of this shit, you feel me? Like, all of y'all aren't, not all of y'all, but like a lot of y'all, I'm like getting on Instagram like, damn, I'm thinking I'm gonna see like a dope ass makeup tutorial or some fire ass hair tutorials, how to slay this wig, how to like do this, how to do that. And it's like, I'm not seeing shit. Like, guys, are we kidding? Are we serious? Like, we gotta, like, we're still chasing after the dream, like, period. Like, we're still obtaining the vision. Like, you can't just put your dreams on hold because of a quarantine. Like, I feel like now more than ever, like, you're being shown, well, we're always being shown that like the next day is not promised, but for some reason it's not clicking to us. But like, I would assume that like now, because we are like damn near on a lock and chain as Americans, where that's like not a normal thing for us, but now as Americans, like, we're really seeing like we are locked in the fucking crib. Like, most of us who are taking this seriously are like locked in the crib, and tomorrow is just not promised, you feel me? Like, people are really passing away from from this, and I just feel like the least we can do is like keep our minds like juiced up. Like, I have been doing so many new things. Like, it's so weird. Like, y'all think like these TikTok dances and stuff are like me trying to be cute for the gram or whatever the fuck. That's cool. But like in reality, I just have been like really into dancing, like, which I just think is so dope. Like, during all of this, like, I've been feeling more motivated to like dance and just like release whatever the fuck needs to be released. You feel me? And I've been feeling so good because of it. Like, so good. Like, and I feel like every day, like, I just get more and more creative because I'm not allowing myself to get like locked and trapped into this like dark dungeon of like solitude. Like, I'm not allowing it. And the only way to really be free is to be free in your mind. Literally, like they said during slavery, I freed 100 slaves. I would have freed 100 more if they would have known they were slaves. In other words, you're a slave in your mind. If you're free in your mind, you're free everywhere. Like, period. You cannot lock me down if I'm free in my head. So I feel like, though, like right now, I feel like, you know, I don't have much say on my like physical, like going out life. Like, I don't get to like go to the mall. I don't get to go here. Like, that's cool. But in the same hand, I get to create so fucking crazy, and now I have attention. Like, and I feel like people, come on, like, how long have we been like bitching and complaining and whining and like praying that we get more attention on social media? Really, like, how many of us have been like, I want to pop off on social media, I want to go viral, I want to do this, I want to be like, cool. We all think that, we all feel like that. Now everybody's at home watching. Like, everybody, look, I'm just gonna say it like this: that person who you want to discover you is watching, they're on their phone, because this shit is hitting everybody. It's not just hitting the rich, it's not just hitting the poor, it's not just hitting immigrants, it's not just hitting blacks, it's hitting everybody, okay? Everybody is getting a little piece of that. So with that being said, everybody's in their crib, everybody's on their phone, everybody's checking social media, everybody is like, people are ready to discover new people, like, period. And like I told somebody, my girl yesterday on FaceTime, at the end of the day, this is about to put to the test who a real creative is, and like who's really about it, and who's really passionate, and who's really ready to grind for that shit. Because now it's not easy. Now, like, you know, it's not just about a pretty face. It's not, and it's so amazing to me, because it's not about a pretty face anymore. Like, and it's really not about popularity, because I have watched, and I'm still currently watching, these girls and these guys and these people with these high social media platforms who aren't posting because they don't have the creatives around them who actually build their creativity. I mean, they don't have that now. So now they don't post, they don't do anything, and their following is declining. Why? Because now we're bored. Now we're not distracted by our daily life for your bare minimum to like be so amazing to us. Now we really need motherfuckers to try. We really need you to like give us a lot more than, we're gonna need more than that, okay? We need more than your Louis bag. We need more than your Chanel purse. We need more. Like, give me more. We need more. And the reason we need more is because now it's like, okay, I don't even want to like the shit because I've already seen the shit from 16 other people who got a fucking Fashion Nova package to stay at home and stay cozy. Like, you feel me? It's boring. It's so boring. And it's like, now motherfuckers are like, I want to find something like more interesting, because like this is all I have to do all fucking day. Like, we are in the house for months. Like, we need something to like keep us going, and like tell a story with your work. Like, don't get me wrong, I post my photos that are very like normal, like I ain't really doing too much, just posing in front of like the mirror or the window, whatever. But I also have my pictures where I'm like, let's really get creative. Like, let's do some fun angles. Like, let's do this. Let's do like have fun. Like, remember why you fell in love with this shit. Like, really remember. Like, and fall in love with it all over again. Like, wrap yourself back into it. Like do some shit that you haven't done since you first started in your career. Like, and whatever it is you're doing. Like, and for all of us who have like stressful jobs, whether your day to day and your 9 to 5 is being a creative or not, like, we all are in the house. Like, we all have this time to really like take a step of pausing and like reevaluating and like putting our new things into action and into play, and like our new habits and so many new things that we can grow from, And I promise you guys, I am reading the comments. I'm really bad with sidetracks, so I will literally like you feel me, get all over the place. My bad. But yeah, like I feel like people have like this beautiful opportunity. And then back to like just networking. Like, this is social media. Like, this is a cool motherfucking place to be. Like, it is a cool place to be. Sorry if I'm cussing so much, but it's a cool place to be because you literally get to talk to people around the world all the time. Like, whenever you want. Like, yeah, like you really get to just okay, yesterday I did a FaceTime photo shoot with somebody who lives in New York. And I'm like, damn, I actually get to say I worked with this person. And when we got to talk on the phone, I feel like we created a better relationship than we would have almost like if we would have met in person. It was weird because it's like these circumstances are really creating these new bonds with people. And it's like, we are so blessed to have this. Like, we're blessed to be under quarantine with this social media platform. Like, I can't leave my house. However, I can talk to somebody who's in fucking London or who's in Tokyo right now if I wanted to. Like, I just think that's so dope, and I think it's a blessing that a lot of us are just ignoring. And then for the creatives who are just kind of like, well, I already have like 400,000 followers, so I really don't need to create every day. It's kind of just like, ouch. Like, that's kind of a fuck you to your supporters and your followers, because they're following you for this very reason, for entertainment. Like, we're in the entertainment industry for that very reason. Our pages are for entertainment. Like, that's what it's for. It's to bring people joy. It's to bring people like whatever it is. It's to bring like whatever it is. Like, people is supposed to want to go to your page and feel something different than what they were already feeling. You feel me? Whatever that may look like for somebody else. I use the people that I follow on Instagram, because I'm following like almost 6,000 people. Like, I follow a lot of people, you feel me? And I follow these people for like multiple reasons. Either I went to your Instagram and they made me feel good, or like they're hot, or whatever the case. But I went to their page to feel something, and I want that to be the same thing when people are going to my page. Like, I want them to leave feeling something. So, without me going like too overboard with this fucking live, girl, I would love to be in London, let me tell you, because I'm definitely gonna move there. I've told myself since I was a kid, I'm gonna live in LA, I'm gonna live in New York, and I'm gonna live in London. And London is probably next. So, but yeah, like, I'm just saying, for all of my creatives right now, buy a tripod, like, buy a tripod, or like do something creative, like different, just like do some shit that you haven't done that you want to do. Like, you don't have to post it. I'm not even saying like post everything. I do so much stuff behind the scenes that I don't post just because it feeds me and it helps me, like, create new things that like I can share with you guys. But just do things that feeds you so that you can help feed others, because like I tell everybody, we are each other's responsibility at the end of the day. Like, we are. Like, so that Joe Schmo on the corner, he is your responsibility, or she is your responsibility. You feel me? Because we are all one. And I'm not trying to sound like a cliche, whatever the fuck, but it's literally a fact. We are one. Where did you get your tripod? Any suggestions? Yes, I got mine from Best Buy, and it was $20. It was lit. It works fine. You get it. It was great. But yeah, guys, I'm just saying, you just have to remember, like, that we are each other's responsibility, and how we go about our lives, like, it genuinely affects the next person. It does. It just does. So while you're inside, you know, I know everybody's kind of stressing about, like, not gaining weight and, like, just trying to stay relevant and trying to, like, you know, keep up the same facade. Like, I feel like people are trying to, like, portray that they are still living the same life, but I'm like, we're not living the same life right now. We're not. So show us the life you're living right now. Show us, like, how you're still gonna get it done. Like, motivate people. Like, show people that, like, in hard times, you don't just cuddle up in your bed and go to bed. No, you fucking buck up and you get with it. Like, we really have people out here. We have nurses and doctors and people working at the grocery store and these restaurants and all these and Uber drivers. Like, we have all these people who are still getting up and doing their actual normal day-to-days in what is currently a dangerous world. You feel me? However, and I feel like we're taking those people, like, for granted when we're just sitting in the house thinking, like, we don't have to do shit and that this is a vacation for us. And I do think that's for some people who work every fucking day, like myself, this should be semi of a vacation. And this is for people who really should, but I don't think a vacation is just something where, like, you just sleep all fucking day. I would hope that your vacation is about, like, just being, like, reborn and, like, releasing and just feeling, like, fresh. Because if I go on vacation, the point is I want to leave feeling refreshed. I can't leave feeling refreshed if I'm holding on to the same shit that I carried in with me. Like, you can't. That's not how it works. Like, this is your vacation, so treat it as such. Like, release. You feel me? Like, do vacation-like things. Really. Like, vacation-like things is, like, we get up, like, we do things. Every morning, like, I get up, I open my curtains. Like, I just make it a point to, like, bring light into my apartment. Right now, I actually did not open those curtains, but I, like, got up and, like, started shooting really randomly. But, like, it's, like, stuff like that. Like, now I wake up, and before I wake up, you know, lounge around a little bit. But now I'm up and, like, I'm ready to shoot. Like, I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to, like, get at it. And I just hope that, like, at some point you guys all, you know, we all start feeling, like, the same energy. And I pray that, like, my energy is transferred. And I pray that, you know, and I hope that I feel this way because somebody else had this energy and, like, they actually passed it on to me. And that's how I look at it. And that's exactly why I'm saying, like, we are all each other's responsibility. And I'm so thankful to whomever one of God's children, you know, gave me this energy as well, because it's all about, like, energy transference. And I just feel like, you know, with everything going on, we owe it to our strangers and our neighbors to just, like, give them a little extra something to, like, look forward to in the day. Give them a little extra something to, like, smile at. Give them a little extra something, like, to save in their fucking photos and or screenshot in their phone. Like, you know, give them something they haven't seen. Give them something they haven't felt. Because right now, like, we have people who are so depressed right now. We have people who are so depressed. We have people who are going to bed with anxiety attacks, panic attacks. We have people who can't even eat at night. We have children who are going to sleep hungry. Even more children going to sleep hungry. Like, we have just so many things. We have so many reasons, I guess, to be sad and to be depressed. So I guess be the reason that somebody has to be happy and to be joyful and to be thankful and to be just, like, abundant. You feel me? Like, give people those reasons. And yeah, so I really do love you guys a lot. It's, like, so much, because you guys make creating fun. You guys make me excited to, like, show you guys new things. And I appreciate you guys for supporting all of it and supporting me and just constantly helping me build my platform, our platform. This is a platform for all of us to be heard, for all of us to be seen. You feel me? Like, we're never going to be covered up again, guys, period. Like, that's done. That's over with. Like, we are here and we're here to stay, and we're literally, like, we're taking over, guys, and that's on period. Okay, we're bringing, like, creative and, like, joy and love back into, like, people, and, like, I love it for all of us, and I'm excited for the future. Honestly, this girl just posted as her caption, like, if y'all don't want 2020, I'll take it. And I'm like, bro, facts. Like, I think 2020 has been such a beautiful year. Like, you have to think of, like, how extraordinary your life is about to become when you actually use this quarantine for how it should be used. You feel me? And in the correct way. Like, can you imagine, like, think about this. If God is having you sit in your house to get to know yourself and to like empty out all the bad and like replenish all the good and just like grow from the inside out in the house to yourself with God, like, you have to ask yourself, Lord, what's going on next? Because you must have something so beautiful, so magical, so like majestic that you really like had to sit all of your children home and say like you need to just like chill for a second. You need to like reconnect with me because some big stuff is happening. Some big, beautiful stuff is happening. And I want all of my children to be ready for it. And I want all of my children to be ready to give to their brothers and their sisters. And I want all of you guys to like start learning how to move on one accord so that you guys don't have to worry about like living like this. We're living like caged animals, which, by the way, no animals should be caged. Just saying, but that's a whole other story. But like, you feel me? I feel like God is really like, he's really humbling a lot of people, and he's also just like reconnecting with a lot of people. He's also really like, he's hugging people who need to be hugged. Like, he's hugging people who have been like going through their lives daily, day in, day out, and like not really seeing themselves. Like people who have gone months without really looking in a mirror. People who have gone months without like really stopping and breathing. And like, you know, and I feel like God is like stopping everybody like in their tracks and like making them breathe, like, and like just, I feel like God is getting he's giving some well needed time to like his children who just need to be hugged on, loved on, kissed on, like appreciated, and, you know, treated very gently and tenderly. And I feel like, you know, as God's children, that means like we're all one once again. And I feel like we deserve to treat each other with that same tenderness and love and compassion and just like empathy, which goes back to just like staying home and just like staying healthy and like making sure that whatever you're doing, you're not just doing it because you think it's going to be good for you, but you believe it's also going to be good for your neighbor, for your stranger, like for these people, or else we're always going to go through things like this. You feel me? Like we will always go through things like this if we're not caring about like our neighbor and like the next person behind us and in front of us. So hopefully that this live helped you guys like with some type of insight on just like where your mindset should like hopefully be, or, you know, or whatever. And I hope this helps some people out. I hope it was some type of clarity, and I really do hope to see people like just live in your creative mind, like all of you. I don't give a fuck if you're an accountant and you have never like cared about being a creative in your life. That's fine, but do it anyway. Like draw a picture like and post it. Draw a picture and post it because you don't give a fuck like what people are saying. Like you'd be so surprised, like people would find so much beauty in like your stick figures. Like you would be so amazed, like, or it would just like trigger memories. Like I've been like on the phone with my friend like talking about old Disney Channel memories. Like we literally were talking about like how Disney Channel used to do like their commercials, like before they used to like start a new TV show, like they would like do previews of like what you're still watching, like just like little things that had us remember, like, and we were cracking up, like, wow, like this was really like a few years ago. Like look at our life now, or like look at Disney Channel now, or, you know, like just reminisce, like go back, like, and hit those hard points, like hit those hard triggering moments, like with yourself, like trigger yourself in a good way, like trigger yourself and like really like, you feel me, deal with it so you don't have to get triggered anymore. Because I feel like being triggered means that you haven't dealt with it. You feel me? That's not a good thing. And I feel like, you know, social media has definitely somehow glorified and glamified the idea of being triggered. That's not positive. Like being triggered does not then mean that's good. Like no, if you're able to be triggered by something, then you need to work that out. Like you need to free yourself. Because if you're being triggered, then you're still a prisoner to that past pain. And you need to like free yourself from that. You feel me? Wait, oh my god, 5 minutes, stop, people ask you, talk with people. Wait, what? Yeah, talk with people, like, yeah, guys, there's just so much good that can come from this. Like, I talk to my little sister so much on the phone now, and I just, like, get to know so much about, like, her, that I guess I didn't really, like, because I was so busy, like, living the LA lifestyle and, like, running around and having to do X, Y, and Z, that you know, you kind of forget to like check in on your siblings and just like trying to see like how they're doing. And now I'm always talking to my sister, and I'm always talking to my best friends, and I'm always talking to my parents, and it's just like, it's you're creating habits. We're creating great habits, guys. Like, our sleep schedules are getting back in order. A lot of us are taking more care of our skin because we have the time. A lot of us are taking more care of our hair, you know, working out more because we have that time. And like, we are now creating habits that when quarantine is done, you're not just gonna stop. Like, you're gonna continue like taking care of your hair, keeping on your sleep schedule, or at least knowing now how sleep can like really affect your life. You feel me? And so I think it's really great. I think that a lot of us are creating beautiful habits, and we are going to come out of this glowy and beautiful and like shining and wise and intelligent and, you know, fruitful. I think a lot of us were living life as dead roots. You feel me? And by dead roots, I mean we're not growing into shit. We're not growing into anything, and we're definitely not like feeding people. We're feeding ourselves, and barely. So I feel like now, like, we are finally, like, God pulled us from that root, pulled us from the root, you feel me? And we are now being like reborn, and we're going to be fruitful, and we're really going to multiply in new ways. And I'm excited for just the future. I really, really am. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for all of us. I'm excited for how we look at ourselves. I feel like a lot of us are about to be forced into self-love. And it might not sound like a fair or a right thing to do. However, it's just like, imagine being stuck in the house by yourself and you hate yourself the most. I guess you're going to have to figure out a way to cope, and you're going to have to figure out a way to deal with that person in the mirror. And now a lot of people are, and I'm one of those people. And now we have to deal with that stranger in the mirror and learn to love them and deal with them and understand that if anything were to ever happen, all you have is you and God. You feel me? If the world was gone today, you would have you and you would have God. And so you need to treat you correctly, because God treats you perfect. So, you know, you have to treat yourself perfect, and you have to treat yourself with kindness and how you would treat a stranger. However, the Bible and people, we all say, you know, treat others how you would treat yourself. I don't know if that's in the Bible, but, you know, you treat others how you treat yourself. And it's kind of like, well, how do you treat yourself? If you treat yourself bad, then I'm sure you probably treat other people fairly bad too. Or I'm sure that you have your moments where, like, you know, certain things, you do something to someone and you feel so bad about it. But it's all about, everything starts with self-love. Once you learn how to like really love yourself, that's going to show, because you're going to love the fuck out of other people. Like, you're going to love on people so different and so beautiful and so like just naturally. It's going to be so normal. Like, it's going to be so like, I just love them. Like, I don't even need a reason. Like, it's crazy. And I just think it's beautiful in the same hand that just proves that we are all one. Like, we're all one. And that's why you take care of your neighbor. And that's why, like, you're fruitful and you multiply. And that's why self-love is important, because without self-love, like, we will walk around and destroy each other. Like, without self-love, like, we will walk around and kill each other. Without self-love, like, we will walk around and kill ourselves. You feel me? Like, we have to love on one another as if we love on ourselves. And to do that, we have to love on ourselves. Like, I kid you not, like, I got out the shower, and when I put lotion on, I just like take a little extra time and just like rub my lotion on, just like really feel your body. Like, and I suggest this for men, women, and people who do not claim either or. I say, like, just take some extra time and like really feel on your body. Like, you would rub on your man or your woman or whoever the fuck, like you feel me, like you have never felt such beautiful skin before. So rub on yourself like you have never felt such a beautiful body or beautiful skin. Like, you feel me, like take some extra time, rub over the places that make you uncomfortable. You feel me, that trigger you. And you know, do it more often so that way it stops triggering you, so it stops hurting. You feel me? We have to stop living in our pain. And I feel like, and now that we're living by ourselves, and you know, we're in our bubble, and I don't know why I keep feeling like crying, but it's just like, you feel me, like that's like one of those things, like it might be triggering to me. I might have to go and, you know, figure out why I'm still like a little sensitive about certain topics. But I just feel like, you know, the suicide rate because for some reason, like, people don't really search and, like, do research during these times, and I do. The suicide rate actually has not increased, which to me is beautiful. Like, what? You have to ask yourself, like, what are people doing inside that's, like, really just, like, helping them? Like, you guys, people are doing something inside that it's, like, it's helping. Like, they're really calming down. Like, they're trusting, they're hearing, and God is speaking, y'all. Let me tell you. It's one thing to hear, yes, I feel it. But let me tell y'all, God is speaking so loudly, you can't not hear him. Like, you feel me? Everybody thinks the world is ending, but the world's not ending. If God was going to end, if the world was going to end, there's no warning. He ain't going to say, oh, I'm going to put you guys in quarantine and then I'm going to crack the sky. No, it's done. The world has ended. Let's go. Let's pay your dues. It is what it is. However, like, the world's not ending. We are in such a beautiful, like, restart of the world. Like, I love it. And don't get me wrong, my heart, my prayers go out to those families who have been affected by the coronavirus, and to people who, you know, it's hitting them very hard with businesses and with finance and with life. You know, people are losing their families. People are losing children. People are, you know, losing their parents right now. And, you know, especially for adults who thought that they would have more time with their elderly parents, and now they feel like they're being robbed of that time. My heart really goes out to those people, because I can't imagine thinking like I have a certain amount of time with my elderly dad, and then now next thing you know, we have this coronavirus and he gets sick way faster than he would have. So, you know, my prayers go out to these families. I know it's not an easy time to stay positive for everybody, because, you know, some people are really, like, in it, like, in the fucking flames of this shit. However, but I feel like that is why it's our responsibility as people who are not literally affected by it in the sense of, like, immediate affection. It's our responsibility to care for our strangers and care for them by, you know, actually getting up in the morning and smiling, getting up in the morning and thanking God for another day, you know, getting up and praying for these people, getting up and, like, you know, and showing God that you're going to work through it, getting up and showing God that, like, you're not going to take this lying down, and showing him that, like, you're not going to let the devil, you know, blind you from all your blessings. And when you do that, it then creates this, like, energy force that waves over to these people who are just home dying inside, you feel me? Because they feel like their lives are being ripped apart, and now they get this, like, little sense of, why do I feel like this little sense of love? Because their strangers, their neighbors and strangers have made it a mission to come together and feel love from the inside out, and it's transferring, and it's moving, and it's connecting, and it's touching these people who need it. And that's why I'm telling you guys, like, we can't be selfish right now, because there's people who are really, really getting hit with this, like, really getting hit with it. And we some of us really have the opportunity to, like, be inside and, you know, create and get up and smile. And we have these opportunities and these blessings to do these things. And I feel like it's our job to do that. We have to allow our positive energy to be fruitful and multiply, so that it can, like, create this, like, barrier against the devil. Like, we have to stand up against him together. You know, like, you feel me? We're all warriors in the army. Like, we have to do it. We have to. And I just feel like the least I can do on my part is, you know, say my piece and, you know, give my testimony and show you guys, like, you know, I'm going to use the blessings that I have and give it back. And this is how I know how to give it back. I can give it back by being creative with it. I can give it back by showing you guys things that, you know, I haven't done yet. Or, like, you know, waking up a little bit earlier and taking extra time to, like, you know, get my appearance together for you guys, or get my words together for you guys, or, you know, like, whatever it is, like, do your part with your blessings and give those blessings back to you, so that you can continue to receive, so you can continue to give. Like, that's the motion. It's a circle of life. Like, we have to keep going. Like, there's so many ways that we connect with each other, and we can help each other in so many more ways than just finances and money and like, all these things. Like, we can really help someone, like, off the ledge, you know? Like, we can really help someone sleep at night by praying. We can really help someone, like just get some weight off their shoulders by simply saying, you know, Lord, I really pray for my brothers and my sisters and, you know, the strangers and all these people. Like it's that simple. It's that simple. And it just shows, and it's not that God's not already taking this weight off of them. It's like, don't you want to help God help your sisters and like help his children and like help out? Like, don't you want that help? Have you ever felt like you can't breathe? Have you ever felt like, whoa, like the world is coming down on you, like you just, like you can't do it on your own? Have you ever felt like that? But and also felt like whatever it is, you just can't ask God for help? Have you ever felt like that? Okay, so if you felt like that, then you should be the first person willing and ready to help another person. Because that moment that you started to breathe again, and that moment that you felt like you could stand up and your knees would not collapse from being weak, that was because somebody else decided to give you that type of energy and that love from across the world. You feel me? Like somebody made the decision that they were going to help God's child. And within hours, you were able to breathe because somebody, before they went to bed, they prayed for you without knowing that they prayed for you. And that helped you. And you didn't even realize it helped you. And so that's why I'm saying, like, it's our responsibility to make sure we're still at it. Like, we're still living for other people. Because some people feel like their life is over right now. And a lot of us know our lives aren't. A lot of us are still living our life. You feel me? So give back to these people. That's all I'm saying. Give back to yourself. Because that's what it is. Like, the way you treat other people is a reflection on how you treat yourself. And I want to give to myself. I want myself to be fruitful. And I want myself to be, you know, just a beacon of God. Like, I really want people to look at me and see God in me. And I want to look at other people and see God in them. You feel me? I want that. I want to walk into a world where, like, I feel secure that my brothers and sisters are always looking after me. So the devil really doesn't have a fucking chance because God's warriors, like, they always got my back. Period. And that's how we got to, like, walk together, guys. We got to walk together like that. We got to love each other hard. Like, I'm talking love on motherfuckers hard. Like hard. Like, that's your ride or die. Like, you have to treat strangers like they are your ride or die, because they are a reflection of you. How this world looks and how this world acts, it's a reflection of all of us. So racism, sexism, all of this bullshit, it's a reflection of the people as a whole. It's not a reflection of a group. It's not a reflection of you know, these people or this person or this color or these women or these men. No. There's a problem with the world, and it is all of our problem. All of it. Every problem in this world, it's all of ours. And it has to do with the decisions of all of us. So with that, I hope you guys just, like, really think about it and take it into consideration and really love on your neighbors. And I love you guys so much. And if there's anything I can do to help out with anyone who needs a little extra TLC or some loving on, DM me, you feel me? I'm gonna still be posting every day like I normally do. And you guys are amazing supporters. Like I said, you guys are doing the work of God, and I think that's amazing. You guys are so supportive, and you guys show so much love, and that love really transfers. And it goes beyond me. You know, it transfers to so many other people who are, you know, scrolling past my Instagram, and, like, there's people who feel very insecure, guys, like, very insecure. And have, like, they will go on my page and they would think, like, she should be insecure, but look at all of the support she's getting, and you would think that it would be so great, like, but you're really helping other people when they see how much you support different, and when they see how much you support being unique, and when they see how much you support. So I just thank you guys. I thank you because you are already doing the work of, you know, just caring for your neighbor, and you guys are loving on strangers without even realizing it. Because when you accept me, you're accepting all of these different platforms and all of these different people who make up me. You feel me? Because I am made up of all of my brothers and sisters, and I'm made up of God, and I'm made up of all of you. And so when you support me, you're supporting my neighbor, and you're supporting strangers, and I thank you guys for that so much. And once again, I love you guys. I'm gonna end this now, so I can go shower and start my day. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Stay strong, stay home, stay safe, and stay blessed, and of course, stay prayed up. Bye, guys.